as we begin here. But we got another Monday night. Um, but yeah, first of all, as always, we are live on Lux Vision Studios. You don't gotta be in the meta. You don't have to catch it live. You just gotta catch it at some point.
Period.
YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. But yeah, welcome back to Nurturing Your Creativity, everyone. I'm Coda KOD, your host for the seminar. We've arrived at week 4 of our journey, and we have 3 weeks left to go. But as always, let me share a bit about myself. I'm a singer, songwriter, poet, rapper, world builder, visual artist, philosopher, and motivational speaker from Minnesota. And the purpose of this seminar is to bring as much creative education to the community as possible. If you haven't attended or watched the playback of the first 3 weeks, I would highly encourage you do that, but stick around as tonight is going to be phenomenal. The central topic for this evening is living creatively, the power of perspective. And I'm so excited to dive into this conversation, but I won't be able to do that without our special guest tonight. He is a wave maker, a heavy hitter, multi-talented artist, and somebody I consider a brother. If you've been in the space, you've most likely heard the name. He's one of the most, he's one of the only pioneers to take over the music scene in the metaverse, seriously, and someone I have shared the stage with quite a few times. But could everyone please give a warm welcome to the stage, the one and only Harlesmac?
Yeah.
Hey.
What up, my boy?
What's good? Welcome to the Creative Couch, bro. We made it.
Here, man.
We're here finally. Man, this is long awaited. We've been talking about this. No, you can't. I should have made them grabbable. I kind of was talking about it.
All
All right, that might be a thing. That might be a thing. I'll make them grabbable. Let's go. But man, I'm ecstatic right now, dude. We've been talking about this epic conversation for weeks.
Yeah,
Just
bro.
texting each other randomly, like, "Yo, you ready for this?" It's like, bro, it's in like a month, for real.
It's that time though now.
It is that time. We have a lot of ground to cover. But this is a moment in time for real. Make sure that y'all are taking notes for this one, please. Like, seriously, just write stuff down, whether you agree with it or understand it or don't understand it. Digest it later. There's going to be a lot of gems dropped tonight in this discussion, whether you watch the playback, whether you're watching it live, whether you're here with us today. You can gain something from it, so please take notes. But this is going to be a crazy episode. We already talked and know about this, but I got to give you your flowers. First of all, some context, though. The way we met originally was through mutual friends. I was in here doing my thing, and you popped up. I remember almost instantly you were making waves in here. Your music was almost it was almost instantly, bro. You were making waves in here, bro. Your music was everywhere I looked. All of a sudden, everyone was taking over the meta and the verse, jumping on shit and
the verse.
taking off. Yeah, dude, taking off. Man, even I was like, taking off. So yeah, bro, it was just y'all was making waves. And we coexisted from two different sides of the metaverse for a while as like some of the only artists promoting music in here.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the artists doing music in here then and now. I mean, just
Definitely.
to say that too. But one day I was hanging out with
lit too.
Yeah, true. It has. There's tons of artists in here. We'll get to that too, because
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Shout out to the artists in here for real. And all the people striving to be artists. I hope you're watching this, and can gain something from this. But I was hanging out with Chris Kane. He's in the audience. I see him. Shout out Solo
My
Dolo. I was hanging out with him, and someone approached us wanting Harlots and I to hop on a Chris Kane produced song for them. And we agreed later and got on a call, the three of us, to talk about the song. Little context. At the time, it wasn't like we were on bad terms or anything at all. It's always been love since I met you. But going into the call, it was like some like nerves. There was almost some like tension due to both of us just being rappers in the space and having that low key unspoken competition going on all the time, as well as just some other like misunderstandings that were occurring. we
Whole bunch of
we won't
those.
go into it. A whole bunch of like BS, but we got on the call and immediately clicked, and just been
Yeah.
homies since. Like it was just like,
That was a
what are we
that was a
doing?
3 hour
Like
phone call, bro.
for real, yeah. What are we doing? We have work to do, bro. Like that was just a moment for us.
Yep.
And so good. So since then, we've made some crazy music together. We're currently planning some super exciting things. I make a lot of songs, but when Harl sends me an open or a beat that he produced, it's different. It has another level of artistry to it. It always allows me to bring out another level of my artistry that I haven't seen before.
Hey.
Uh, but most importantly, man, you have a heart of gold, always coming out to support, even when you have all of your own stuff going on.
Oh,
Y'all might have even seen Harles in the crowd one of the first 3 weeks. Like he's been here on all the, just out there supporting and like actually out there participating and taking notes authentically. I just could always tell that you really care authentically, and I appreciate you for that, bro. Just as
it's hard
someone
not
that's been
to.
coming up, you know. Uh, but you keep it real. You stay true to your artistry. You stay so humble when you absolutely don't have to. Let me tell y'all, this man is a genius on the mic, in the production realm. Um, but most of all, you're a rare personality and you have a brilliant
Hey.
mind that I cannot wait to dissect throughout the discussion and get into, bro. Just it's gonna be crazy. Like there's so much I wanna like cover and ask. It's just like, all right. Um, but yeah, the topic though, living creatively,
Hmm.
after we got all that out of the way
Yeah,
and the
that was a
power of
lot.
perspective, um, what what's your perspective looking like right now in life? Man, it's like, just like
Just
the
in just
surroundings, like
just
in
in general.
general. Yeah, the environment. I didn't mean to hit you with the abstract
Nah,
question off jump. So
nah. I
what do you
mean,
see in
it's
front of you? A desk? You sitting on your couch? Nah, I'm playing.
nah. That's exactly what's going on. That's what's going on. A little
Yeah.
bit of little marijuanos
Mm-hmm.
in general.
In general,
In general, yeah,
word.
yeah,
But you've been creating. I know that. I don't know if everybody
definitely.
else knows that. You've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. It's cool to be behind the scenes with you and just
Yeah,
see all the stuff that's going on. Not even all of it, but like just little snippets and bits and pieces. And I'm happy to become more and more a part of it.
I'm glad you're a part of it too, bro. Honestly, you
Man,
glad like
it's
you lace me with some shit, bro.
man. Thank you, bro. We yeah, we're really cooking up some stuff right now.
This
And it's
dude, this dude is fire.
yo, thank you.
You need to
Thank
be
you,
on
man.
this couch. We gonna have to switch this up one of these days. I mean, because I got questions
You
to ask
imagine
you.
we'll
But
put Harles here and I'll sit there one night. It's a
yeah,
whole other 2 hour thing.
I might have more questions than answers tonight. But we'll see what
that's
happens.
that's fine, bro. It's really a conversation. And I feel like, yeah, the more I've done it, the more it's been conversation
Yeah, yeah.
centered. Even though I have like topics and stuff, I used to have like a lot of questions written down, and now I have just a lot of bullet points of just like, I just want to cover this. Like, let's just talk about this, and
Facts,
it'll just
facts.
lead us into whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because yeah, questions will get lost. But no, honestly,
Yeah.
um, I do have an answer for your question.
Okay.
Um, I don't know, bro. Is the answer,
Word. Okay.
but that's very
That's
important.
it. That's it. Okay. No, that is important. Yeah.
Yeah,
So take a note of that. We don't know
we don't know. Nobody knows.
nothing. Perfect.
Yep.
That's the base point of our discussion today. Um, And then yeah, so living creatively.
Mhm.
um you live creatively, man. What's it like with your like creative glasses? That's what I really want to like pop the seal on for the conversation.
Honestly, I'm pretty open, bro. I think that's like the I don't know, like my superpower or whatever, but I it started with trying not to see things like a certain way, to like just be open to what can happen and what like something that's already made could be, or starting some shit from scratch. Like there's just a lot of like overlapping and like circular shit going on,
Mm,
where I'll land somewhere and then like I want to say Gail said something about this. Honestly, he kind of touched on this when he was on here, but just like you go where it leads you, and if like this isn't where it's at, go here. You know,
mm-hmm.
there's always somewhere that you can fall and like make something happen.
Right. So
Yeah,
like a kind of a change of scenery and like keeping it fresh
yeah,
for
yeah.
your
Definitely
that
keeping it fresh.
kind of helps your thought process.
Yeah.
I know that one time you mentioned to me that rain inspires you.
Oh,
Like there's
bruh.
something about rain that just like so I've just been like praying to send rain your way like all the time. Not even in no bad way, but
We
like
got some this weekend,
in the
bro.
best way, bro. Like, oh
We
man,
got some this weekend. It started raining when we were on fucking FaceTime that night. Actually, was that
word.
Thursday or Friday?
Oh man.
Yep.
See the weather knew.
Yep.
We was on the call. Yep.
Yep.
That's good, man. So you cook up when there's rain. For me, I feel like it's snow. Um, weather
Hmm.
is something that is so natural and so around us all the time. And I feel like everybody looks at it as just this ordinary thing that we tolerate. I'm in Minnesota, so we tolerate a lot from like,
Yeah.
100-degree summers to -30 in the winter.
Fuck that.
Right, it's wild. It's super bipolar, and like we'll be in March and get like a snowstorm after it's been like 80 for a week. It's just random and like sporadic. But people just
That's
here are
wild.
like ordinary. They just whip out the coat when necessary, me included.
Facts
It's just we're ready for it.
for whatever. No,
Yeah,
that's dope. But I mean, does that like throw you off though, or
a
is it
little bit. Yeah, but I
like
found
creatively?
I found like it's actually given me inspiration in a sense.
Hmm.
Learning to adapt to it has taught me to learn to adapt to other things. Um, it's just
That's kind
like
of a cheat code.
a little bit, right? Yeah, when
Yeah.
you start,
Yeah.
I was talking about last episode, learning metaphorically, um, and that's kind of one of those things. Um,
Hmm.
I feel like today we can talk more about getting ideas like that, and getting inspiration like that.
Oh
And
yeah.
like from all the things around us, everything that's um, ordinary to us. And I think the path to making something extraordinary is realizing that it is ordinary first, and then like realizing its potential from that point. Because one person can sit and look at a block and think
Hmm.
it's a block, and another person can look at the block and think it's a chair for nurturing your creativity.
Right. Right.
One person can look at a beat and hear one flow, one melody, one hook, and the
Hmm.
other person can hear the same beat talking about the same thing, might even hear the verse of the topics that they were talking about and have to talk about something and they'll come up with something totally different.
Yep.
Everybody just has a different filter.
Yep. You
Um,
yourself could do the same thing.
right.
From one hour, you got this. Next hour, you listen to it, you come up with some whole different shit.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there's the challenge of which one is better.
And I don't play that game. I don't. I hate that game. I can't do it.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like I told you about this, but my recording process is like one and done, mistakes included.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there for the emotion,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
purest emotion. I feel
There's
like the
man.
re-record is not, it never does it justice.
Have you ever made beats?
A little bit,
Okay.
not as
I
much as
think
I
that
would
may
have liked
be
to.
because I'm opposite, bro. Like I'm constantly revamp or like I'm bad, especially when I'm in actual like production mode.
Oh, I
Like
learned that, bro.
I will rip a song apart,
I
bro.
was freaking out, bro. when you sent me when you sent me back Party House or Party on the Low, the Party on the Low joint, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. We've been
Yeah.
working on this song behind the scenes, Party on the Low, and we
That shit
made
is
an original
hard.
track. It's so hard. We're loving this song. I'm bumping it like 20 times a day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that shit's in
we're
the
happy
whip.
about this one. But he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna build on that," and I was like, "Hi, man. Like I trust you."
Yeah, yeah. No, I could
But
tell.
like
I could
he
tell.
could tell for sure. Like I could tell even that he could tell that it was
Yeah,
tension. Low key, I was like, "Yo, I don't know, man. Be careful." Low key, like he was like, "I got you,"
I
and he
got you,
sent it
bro.
back. And initially, I was like freaking out first listen through. I'm like, "Nah, that's not it. That's not it. We got to go back to the original structure."
Hmm.
And then I kind of listened to it a little bit more. I'm like, "Ah, you know what? He's right. Okay, I trust the process a little bit." And for
And I
me,
appreciate
that
that,
was
bro.
like, yeah,
That
that's
shit
growth
means a
for
lot.
me, man. Dude, I appreciate you like actually coming through with the proper like structure
Hell
because
yeah,
now
bro.
the song is like doubled down. I like that version even better. But I have that almost one creative toxic trait where I marry the things that I create and like get super attached to them.
There's nothing wrong with
So,
that, bro. There's nothing
but
wrong.
yeah,
I
it's a
think
gift and a
we all
curse.
yeah, I would think we all go through that.
Hmm.
I've totally like I don't care, bro.
Mm.
Like I don't care how hot this shit is, bro. Like let me see something real quick though. you know? And then if it doesn't work,
Yeah.
then fuck it. But I gotta see.
Mm.
I gotta see or hear. Or like I have to, bro.
Yeah. Just mess around with it.
Yeah.
So that's a totally different creative process than mine. Like, so do you just like, how do you do that without overthinking or overwhelming like the idea? How do you kind of make it still feel fresh and new and have that like same, that like kind of new energy feeling when you like export or when you get done with like a new creation, you've kind of been in flow state and you wake up from it. It's like
Yeah.
that. Oh, I created this. Like, are you able to even maintain that feeling or is it like learning to grow the music without that or?
That's kind of I think the art of it, honestly, is the entire time I'm maintaining that feeling. And
Mm,
like as soon as I feel a dip in that shit, like, nope, that's not it. If I feel a rise in it, then all right, this is where we're at now. I can't go no lower. Or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
or honestly, sometimes it'll be like a balance of like maybe I'll have a song done, like the At It Again genre, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where there's a part that's like, yo, this part though, I don't know, but something needs to. So it may be where okay, now I have something built where it's like, okay, this part is hard as fuck, but now I need to figure out how am I gonna how are we gonna get here though,
Right.
and that may either cause me to strip everything away and build from scratch, or it may already work. But then that just
Mm,
becomes like it becomes a puzzle. It's like a little game.
yeah. So you feel like it almost becomes something new?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So it's almost like just making like a new thing, almost more so than leveling it up.
yeah.
Like,
Actually,
yeah, that's kind of what I feel like it is.
yeah, you're right.
Because I've
Because
heard
the
the
leveling
process
up.
a couple times now with
Hmm.
both with Party on the Low and At It Again, where I sent just acapellas over, and you sent back something just diabolical, just absolutely nuts. I was like I'll tell y'all the this At It Again song that he's talking about. He sent me a instrumental and was just like, "Hey, bro, I just need like a part slash bridge slash something
Slash,
on this
yeah,
slash
yeah,
hook, yeah,
whatever.
slash hook
Any,
slash
yeah.
whatever you want to do." And I was like, "All right, cool." And I think I just like bodied the whole thing and
Hmm.
more. And I was like, "Hey, bro, uh, I got way more than we need. Try to
Yeah.
make it work." And I sent it to him, and like I don't know, a few hours later, this dude returns it to me, and I'm just like kicking it. I had already done my like work for the day. I'm just hanging out on the couch with my homie, kicking back, and I just get an audio file, and it's just like the opening line. I can't even say the opening line, bro. I can't even say it
That shit, bro,
here.
and that's why it's that. That's
It's that.
why I had to pull it. I had to pull it out of the pocket it was in just to like, man, yeah,
It's yeah.
yeah.
I ran it for my homie, and we were just like, what? It felt like one of those moments, you know. And so that was cool for me because I'm always making music alone and in my own little corner, and it sometimes gets all blurred together. Like I have lyrics, and I might reference lyrics tonight. Maybe you would too. I don't know. I always like to
I mean,
reference
if you do
lyrics
it,
and
if you
stuff,
do it,
but
I'll do it, bro. If
yeah,
you do it, I'll do it.
okay. But I have lyrics that read, "It gets all blurred together when I'm my only opinion. Hard to motivate alone with nobody else in it. I still do more than get through. I'm living proof that if you remember too, then you'll get stronger by the minute." And so it's more just
Hmm.
like a I'm alone all the time. Everything just gets blurred together for me. All the songs sometimes lose their shine because I'm around them so much, and I'm like just making so much, and I don't have time to like really truly sit back and appreciate them because I'm just making them, making them, making them. And then I'm like, if I'm not making them, I'm building worlds and doing
Facts.
that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
being your own opinion, being your own perspective, sometimes it was helpful to wake up and hear your like take on what I had to say and my flow that I had in
Oh,
that,
true. No, I can
you know,
imagine. Yeah, that's yeah. Facts.
kind of woke me up.
Facts.
I was like, dang, like I don't ever get to hear that. It was like you hear like a new artist come up that you start to like mess with their music, and it's like, oh, this is lit, and it's kind of that feeling. I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
that
yeah,
from my
yeah,
own like voice. I was like, yo, and that's something that's never happened for me.
bro.
Um,
Because you gotta have
yeah,
that, You gotta
yeah,
have that.
for sure.
What's
You
cool,
you made it
not to
happen,
go
bro.
too off, is what you're saying right now is kind of um like I'm slowly working on an album. This is not like an announcement of no, this is just for context. But
Yeah.
but the way it's going is those songs and shit that get lost and what exactly what you were just saying, I'm pulling those back out and I'm leveling up or I'm making them shits new.
Mm,
And
why
it's
why
so
is
fun,
that?
bro.
Can I ask why you did that? Like for your own thought process? What was the reasoning behind that?
So all right, when I get into album mode, bro, I get super hyper focused on, I don't know, that's not even the best word to use, but you know what I'm saying, on like specific things. And I don't even, it's just whatever it is at the time, right? Um, so I come to where I start not liking shit for the same reason that, like, for the same reason I did it in the first place.
Mm,
So then I'll take out what I don't like anymore. And then at that point, shit is wide open. And it's like, yo, I can hear more like more melodies, more different grooves, more patterns, just more shit that's kind of like not being controlled by a rhythm that's already there type thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but
yeah, variables like the
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. They're like,
yeah.
but there's certain things that kind of force. There's certain things that force things in music for me that I'm Now in this space, I'm trying to get rid of.
Mm,
So it's
yeah,
like, yeah, just filling in gaps. Like I said, it's a puzzle piece. It just becomes like, okay, where are the other pieces? Do I even need any other pieces?
yeah, true,
Yeah.
man. Oh, that's good.
So to
Um,
you, bro, go back in your folder and listen to some of that shit that you forgot that you even made. Because some of that
yeah,
shit is probably
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just as you were saying that, I was like thinking of old songs
I
that
bet.
I had put together that I'm just like, man, it's just like because sometimes you get a little blemish on one thing, and that ruins the whole song in your mind. Like I don't know if this is you. I'm a visualizer. Like I'll visualize the song as like fire from the balance. I know it. Like, and I
Yeah.
will like let songs play out, and the songs that I enjoy for the longest amount of time, I know are my hits.
Mm-hmm.
Survival Instinct, the song that we have out on all platforms was one of those songs where I just
My
like
boy dropped a
bounced it and
song, yo.
yo, I dropped
My
one
boy put
song
some
in
shit out, bro.
2 years. It had to be with Harles. I was like, yo, if I'm gonna drop something, it's gonna be some like something hot, something I believed in really quick, just to like give a taste of what I've been working on out of nowhere,
You have to, bro.
just to maybe surprise some people. I don't know. But that was one of those songs where it stood the test of time, and I let it kind of age for a while. And I was like, after a few months of having that in the vault, I was like, yeah,
This
this
is,
is the
yeah,
one. Yeah, yeah. Not
yeah,
even just because like you hopped on it, because like we had done one other song at the time.
yeah,
Um,
at
we ended
least.
up, yeah, at least one other song. Um, and working on others, but yeah, that one, man, that had to be released because it just stayed in my head. It caught all of the verses, caught everyone that I kind of sent it to in my close circle was
Yeah.
texting me, yo, this is the one. And that's kind of how I gauge it. I feel like that's a healthy way of engaging opinions too, where like I hear them out with a grain of salt, just see what
Mm-hmm.
people think. Because it is important, but not to completely center your opinion of your music around others' opinions.
Yeah, you can't do
Um,
that at all.
it's important. Um, but yeah. Um, I want to talk about being observant too.
Mm, mm.
You know,
That
just the just look closer. I was on Howard Hour the other night, and he was like, "What advice could you give to the crowd?" And I don't know, I was in like my philosophy mode. When I get late
yeah.
at night, Flex Ty has this term for me. He calls it mellow coda, and it's like where I get super chill at night, and I just start talking philosophies, and just like my mind just kind of goes to this motivational place sometimes. And my response to Howard to like the is there anything you want to leave the audience with? I was like, look closely at everything.
Yeah,
Every
yo.
single thing. Look so closely
Everything.
into it. Audience was probably like, what?
Yeah. But no, seriously,
Yeah,
you have
but
to. Like,
seriously, yeah.
man, um, I'm not, it's like I have like an overload of thoughts about that, bro. Like you 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 okay, specifically with creativity. This is okay. So I'm trying to dial it in.
Hmm.
You cannot be a creator of something and not consume that same shit. Like
Yeah,
whatever you do, bro, like you can't be like you can't be a rapper and not listen to rap.
yeah.
Or like but like deeper, like closer, like listen to it, like nuances, like flows, progressions, like there's so much. There's so much. And it does and
So
it never
many.
stops. Like if you feel like you've totally fully captured something, you probably just scratching the surface of that shit, yo.
Mm, Yeah,
And I feel like a lot of people stop at a certain point, and then it's just like, all right, you know,
right. And
yeah.
vocalists sometimes don't have to worry about that, but I feel like production is a huge thing you have to be observant
Oh
because
yes,
all the mixing and mastering is in the little details. Like they call mastering the dark art because of its nitpicky details.
it's very yeah. I went to I was no flex, but when I went to school for that shit, they were telling us that, and they were like, everybody's gonna hate you about, or just everybody's gonna hate you,
It's
and I
just
get it, cause yeah, like it's not even mastering, just mixing. Like we learned this shit on our own. So there's no like I went to school after I already know. I kind of went to school to learn like what I already knew and kind of dive deeper into it. But like it's not easy.
mm,
And you can't just like be lazy through it. I'm kind of going off on a
no, that's real.
but yeah, but you have to like dive into some shit, bro.
Yeah,
You have to find out what makes that shit dope to you. What makes you even want to listen to that? What
yeah,
about it? Why do you know like what? How does this resonate with you?
yeah,
Why like there's so many things, and then because then you can channel those things in moments. Because like I don't know about you, bro. I'm pretty sure, but when you're recording, or I'll say for me, when I'm recording, bro,
yeah.
even when I'm making beats, I'm channeling shit I've heard before
Mm-hmm.
all the time. It's always there's always a reference from something being put into this shit.
Yeah.
And the more references you have, the better, equipped you are for what you have in front of you, like in whatever given moment in that creative process.
I'm the same way. I was gonna say, I think it was in Gail's episode when I did my definition of creativity. Um, where it's literally, I just think it's like constructing and putting things together that you've already learned and taken from. And once you learn that, that's when you start harnessing it.
Yeah.
You're kind of like an out of control creative until you know that. And like you're
Right.
probably
Right.
overwhelmed with all these things flying at you. And until you really like get down to it and realize that, then it's like Drake just dropped. That's my new inspiration. And I identify that and I
Right.
know that. And once you learn that, then you can separate it and make it not like complete theft, but you can be a clever
Yeah,
thief with
exactly.
it.
Then you can exactly.
And
That's exactly
the
yup.
best creatives are clever thieves, and
Yes,
that's
bro.
I mean that's kind of a known like saying in the industry, but
Yes, bro.
um,
I steal shit all the time.
yes, I mean that's how we evolve is taking things that are already there, combining them, making something new, fresh, better out of it.
Yep.
Um, even the people that we're stealing from are stealing from other people,
Yeah,
are
you're
stealing
right.
from other people. This is just a long chain of like
Yeah,
we're
bro.
just playing our part in the evolution of music, and our job and our mindset is to innovate as much as possible through it.
Yep. Yep.
And we came to do what we came to do, you know.
Yeah. And trying to do as much of that shit as possible.
Right. um but yeah, the more you see, the more ideas you have to work with. that's that's like just looking in depth on everything. Like a good example, even like I saw this like Don Tolliver snippet of him like at a concert playing this song, and he was just singing his heart out. And I just noticed the style of singing that he was doing, and that like turned into a whole voice memo that I was singing in my living room on my phone of something like it. I found a
Right.
beat,
Trying to get that shit down.
and then like I turned a whole song into just being inspired by that video and that style of singing, where I just did that style of singing in total different melodies, different words. No one would ever think to correlate it even to Don Tolliver, but
Exactly.
that's where I got my inspiration from, or the style from. um and I remember like even I mean, a lot of the times when we send each other stuff, we're like, "Yo, this is that." Like, I went like Cardi on this, or I went like, I went like Kanye mode on this, or whatever.
Right.
And it's just kind of like a style that we've harnessed, and it's not theft. It's just like a filter.
Observation
Like
and
we're our
applying.
own like filter, yeah.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I feel like the more and more you become your own artist through this process of like being a clever thief, and then this entity of the clever thief becomes yourself and the artist,
Yep.
and then you can start to kind of identify that and form a creative identity, which is really important, and something that you definitely want to work towards. So you could almost write down as a goal, like looking towards creative identity. Creative identity is huge when you can like really relate and be like, "Nah, I am Harlesmac. I'm Coda." I
Yeah.
and like really stand firm with that and believe that. Like I can tell you all day, every day, like you can write my government name under Coda KOD on my gravestone, bro. It's,
Right.
um, like
Right.
I'm attached to this. This is what I've put my energy into, and what I kind of identify with. It's my like creative alter ego, so to speak. It's my Batman.
Facts. Facts. Yeah, you gotta, and yeah, you kind of gotta have that too. Cause yeah, I was talking to Mallow about this on my shit. Like, we don't walk
Mm,
around with this fucking artist aura all the time, or like this bravado or whatever it is that we do in our music. We don't walk around with this like all day, every day.
nah,
This shit is a switch.
right,
It's not always easily controllable, but
right.
it's a switch.
Hmm. I mean, on some level, with the music, as much as we love it, we're entertainers. When we're sharing it, a lot of it is like for entertainment,
Entertainment, yeah, yeah, for sure.
and definitely nothing wrong with that. I think there's like I think that can just be like an added factor too.
Yeah,
Like where it's like we're doing it for ourselves and it's entertaining, then that's always
right,
a plus.
right, right. And that's yeah, yeah. And then
But
that's where you get people where yeah, and then it's like, oh, you're doing it big time now, or like, oh,
right,
you're like, yeah,
yeah,
when it's entertaining.
when it's entertaining, yeah, we might do it for entertainment. What time we got? We're doing good. Um, but yeah, man, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Um,
Hmm.
beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Definitely, definitely.
um, hmm,
And those references, man.
yeah,
The more references the beholder has, the more beauty he sees.
yeah,
I don't know. Made a little quote
right,
real quick. What?
yeah,
Nah.
yeah. But nah, that actually low key ties into it though, where it's like we were just talking about creative identity. Like
Hmm.
you just know yourself as an artist. What I don't actually like I don't know when was your process of just like becoming just Harlesmac, this artist, this rapper, this like when did you build the persona? Almost. Not like a
Oh
persona
man.
really, but like
Yeah.
when did you
No,
start
that's
pouring energy
actually a
into
good ass question.
the project?
So you talking about like and like
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
Bigger picture, yeah.
um I started off, I was just a producer. I was just making beats for a long time. Did some industry work, some light work shit. Um and then I had like local artists, as every producer has. I was, giving beats to or whatever, and they ended up getting some type of deal or whatever where they weren't sending back songs fast enough for me. And then, as a producer, when somebody sends you a song back, it's like, oh my god. So I needed that feeling. So I was like, I'm gonna start rapping. Then people
Yeah.
didn't take me serious, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna be nice then, and I'm gonna make sure that whoever whoever it is, I will body you on any song. So I went
Mhm.
on like a 2 or 3 year mission of like, I'm gonna be the nicest nigga ever.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it just started getting fun. And now I do both. Yeah.
Bro, so you had the beating the odds mentality, man.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Um, I had that too. Same thing. Maybe that's I feel like that's a big part of where we kind of relate, you know what I'm saying? Where we kind of
Mm-hmm.
really had to come up against some odds,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
different odds, but just like
yeah.
people didn't take us seriously.
Uh,
Um, people didn't take me seriously in here because I was kind of younger. Actually, Howard asked me that, like, how would you beat those odds? And I was like, man, I just went as hard as possible. But like, I'm gonna reference another lyric. My struggle changed, so more so did my grind.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the thing that like you have to change your grind up if your struggle's different.
Yeah.
If the odds that are going against you are different,
Yeah, you
then you
gotta
need to change your work ethic
recalibrate.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to be going double down, double time as fast, or going as hard as somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Going harder than somebody else on something just to beat your odds
Mm-hmm.
and get to the same level that they would be able to do just without them.
Yep.
So you
That's
have to
literally why I know
understand
how to
that, but
do
yeah,
anything I know how to do at this point,
word.
honestly.
Yeah. Do you
Like,
feel like
don't take me serious and then check me out.
yeah, no,
Like, all
word,
right.
word. Um, I was gonna say, do you feel like if you, what is it? If you sacrifice your purpose, do you wait, hang on, I'm getting it backwards.
Whoa.
Wait. No,
Hold
this is
on.
about to be deep. I'm
Get it.
really like I'm trying to run it out off the top of my head too. Oh man, sacrifice. Hang on, bear with me, all. Yeah.
I believe in you, bro.
Um, yo, I believe in this too. It's just that we have so much to talk about too. All right, we gonna come back to it. But um, do you feel like if you don't sacrifice your purpose, then your purpose is sacrificed? That's what it is. It just came to me.
If you
If
sacrifice your
you don't
purpose.
sacrifice for your purpose will become a sacrifice. That's what it is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Word,
I can get down with that.
word.
Yeah.
Sorry, that took a sec. Y'all can tell why that took a sec.
Yeah.
It's deep.
Yeah.
Um, like sacrifice for it and go all in for it. You have to double down, go harder than everybody else.
Yeah. You have
Everybody
to.
else can't even be in the picture, really. I feel like in your own perspective, like
Yeah, you gotta
tunnel
focus.
vision. Yeah,
Yeah, you really have to. Yeah. Yeah, that's facts.
and just almost isolate sometimes.
Yep.
I feel like that's
Most
almost what it
times.
took. What it took for me was just like isolation, and just spending time alone with the music and like really getting into it.
Hmm.
You ever have a
Yeah,
season of like?
at some point in the process. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, do you ever have a season of like having to isolate and get along with the music
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Most of the
really
time
like?
when it's time to like lock in and I've like fucking told people I'm about to drop an album,
Mm-hmm.
at some point I gotta like really lock in.
Yeah.
Cause if I feel like I get even more nitpicky at that point,
Mm. Yeah.
which sucks. That's
Yeah.
when shit sucks.
Yeah. No, I hear you, bro. I've been in that situation. That's no
You
good.
ever hate everything you make?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that happens too, where it's just like everything that I've made from like one time to now is dead to me.
It's just trash, right? Yeah.
That is the old Coda. I
Yeah.
even have a file on my computer that just says like I think I called it the past, and then
The
I when I
past.
got my new computer and new mic and everything, I made a folder called the future. And
Bro,
I
I do shit
just
like that too. Yep.
export everything into the future now.
Yep.
But somewhere in the future folder, there's the past, and it's all this. Like, I don't even open the past folder. It's just there. I don't
Right.
even know why it's there. It never
Just
gets
in
opened.
case.
Right. It's like a
Open that
scrapbook.
shit, bro. Open that shit up, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh man, that's right. What you were telling me.
There's
Yeah,
heat in there, bro.
there probably is,
There's
man.
heat in there.
I mean, you just make so much music. I feel like there's stuff that gets missed so much.
Yeah.
Like, don't ever underestimate a project that just has a scratch on it. Like, just know that you can, just because the vinyl has a scratch on it or a little blemish, doesn't mean you
Oh
can't
yeah.
still
Yeah, yeah,
listen
yeah.
to
A
the
whole lot of it.
whole, yeah, the whole rest of the album
Yep.
and skip around it. And it doesn't make the rest of the album sound any less good.
Nope.
I
Yeah,
mean, the
Matlow. He's the only guy. He's the Matlow.
yo, shout
Matlow's
out
head
Mallow.
shape with his with the shades is crazy. I can spot Matlow from anywhere.
Bro, literally. Man, I wasn't even here. I wasn't even looking over there. Like, I wouldn't have even seen him walk in if you hadn't did the shout out. Shout out to
Oh
Matt Lowe.
man, that's my boy.
For real. For real. Yeah, we actually are just about to go on intermission for a few minutes. Yeah, we're just gonna do like a quick little 3-5 minute intermission, and we will be right back with more nurturing your creativity
Yeah.
with Harlesmac. Yeah,
Yeah. Shout out Cheek.
yeah.
Shout out Dolo. Shout out
Shout out
Matlow.
Cheeks. Shout out
Shout out
Dolo.
Gail.
Shout out Gail.
What's up, y'all? It's MetaQueen, and listen, please join me every Tuesday at 10 p.m. for Meta Talks Live. Meta Talks Live. Coming back soon.
Hi, I'm Jen Smash, and I'm here at VIP Entrepreneur Academy, where this is a world that you can learn how to start a business. For all you entrepreneurs who want to learn how to start a business, this is the ideal place to learn in the metaverse. This is a 9-week course where we go ahead and dissect every section of a business, from understanding your customer and industry to creating your budget for payroll and even taxes. We break down what is the requirements for you to have a successful business. So if you're ready to become an entrepreneur and want to learn the ropes, VIP Entrepreneur is ready to take in new students just like you. You can contact me at vipentrepreneur@gmail.com. See you at the next class. So what are you using? You use the voice?
Yeah, voice on.
Right. That's what I'm going to say. I don't even know. If you can get me that, then maybe we can model it.
What's up, y'all? My name is MetaQueen Rupert, and I'm chilling here with.
Yo, Af, what? Afro.
And listen, this is bigger than hip hop, man. This show is dedicated to the amazing artists who know and love and appreciate the art forms that we know and love. Hip hop.
Hip hop.
So we're going to hear their stories. We're going to see what they're about. And we're going to really get to know what makes them tick in this space. What do you think about that, bro?
Word up, you already know what it is. I'm totally excited about that because there's so many people out there that have a voice and they got some great stories to tell. And I want them right here with us so that we can find out what it is that brought them here to this space, what it is about hip hop that has them moving and where they're at in the industry as we speak. So yeah,
Word
I'm
up.
excited about it.
Word up. So join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. because every week we're going to have somebody dope. And starting this week, we got the incomparable John Robinson. So we're excited to get him on the couch and find out what he's about. And you already know what it is, right?
Listen, John Robinson, wait till y'all hear his story. He is totally hip hop. I'm talking about hip hop non-stop. Yo, when I tell you John Robinson being up in the house, he is pure hip hop. It is what it is. I'm excited about it. I'm excited for you guys to hear what he has to say. And for all you independent artists out there, he is the man that you definitely want to look up, learn from, hear everything that it is that he has to give and talk about. Yo, he is that artist straight up. And he's more than an artist too. Author, teacher, entrepreneur. He got his
That's
merch.
what's up.
He's been around the world. He's worked with so many different artists. He's going to tell us all about it. I can't wait for you to hear it. Man,
We
please.
sure will. But you know what it is,
Straight
man.
up.
It's bigger than hip hop. And while we're
Bigger
doing
than.
that, we're going to keep creating, loving, inspiring, and adding value. I'm going to let
Word
you
up.
close it out. I'm gone.
Because you already know what it is. It is hip hop and it's bigger than, and we gonna be speaking about it. Because y'all already know what it is. It is bigger than hip hop. And right here is where you're gonna find out what it's all about. Word up. Y'all already see it. Your girl, Yo Afro, and I'm out.
Welcome to Horizon Squares, the game show in the metaverse that will make you laugh. It's tic-tac-toe with a twist every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Horizon Worlds. And you'll be joined with me, your host, Sherwin. And shout out to Lux Vision Studios, our sponsor. This will be available on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all your social media. So make sure you check us out every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you at Horizon Squares.
Yo, what's up? Y'all see it? I'm on the city of Adam. It's your girl, Yo Afro. And y'all already know what it is. Hip hop is in the house. Word up. And I got a record store. Yo, check me out. So this is my record store right here. You see it. You get to pick up the vinyl. You got Neighborhood Senorita right here. You know what I'm saying? Every piece of vinyl you get to pick up, you actually listening to each track. Yo, straight up, record store here in the metaverse. Come on, stop playing. And you got actual vinyl, yo, straight up. Check me out. We got my merch store. Straight up, you get your Yo Afro tees. You can purchase it here. Get your digital assets. When you go ahead and buy a digital asset here, you get a real merch, the t-shirt, whether it's the hat, you get the merch in real life. So yeah, and you get some free gifts with that. So yep, big ups to Emercell for that right there. This right here is one of my babies. We get to sell merch in the metaverse. Yo, check it out. Of course, got some more vinyl. Got me behind this joint right here. Monday, I'm telling you, things is about to get lovely. 11 p.m. on Monday night. It is going to be a listening party for John Robinson himself. I know y'all, some of y'all may have seen him here and there, different studios, getting up on the mic, blessing us with all of his greatness. He is a dope lyricist, an author, an MC. Yo, he's one of my
one of my best friends, for real, for real. He's truly like a brother. But besides that, a dope ass artist that I know that all of you guys are gonna get a kick out of. So yo, for real, if you into hip hop, if you into underground hip hop, if you into jazz, if you into neo soul, you need to be here on Monday at 11 p.m. up in the record shop so you can go ahead and check out my boy John Robinson. He gonna give us a mini concert and we gonna have a good time. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at 3 p.m. for $10. The first 10 people, $10. After that, it'll be $15 a ticket. Yo, hit me up, DM your girl, Yo Afro VR on IG, and I'll let you know the skinny as to how it's going down. Much love to all of y'all. Like I said, it's your girl, Yo Afro, and hip hop is in the building, no doubt.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Teray.
CJ shot now.
Boy Westside.
We are back.
And you chilling with the Breaking Bread podcast. Hey, tune in and check us out every Saturday. Fucking good talk.
We're going to finish.
You already know.
Good
The
conversation.
real sauce.
Yeah, tune in.
We back.
Breaking bread.
Yeah. As fast or as slow this conversation goes, however long or short we need. We already covered a lot of ground and got a ton of just like I feel like we're like rattling them off right away.
Yeah.
We're gonna go a little bit more in depth here into some stuff. But I'm gonna start with another lyric.
Good, bro.
We were talking about like the creative identity and making the art yours. And I feel like that is such a hard thing to face as an artist, and one of the hardest things you will ever have to face as an artist. Is like getting past all the opinions of what people want for you and what people think about the art and the opinions that go into it. But people will support what's supported. I say people support what's supported. That's why I have to have some patience if I wanted to leave working to support the art and rapping in the past tense. And you have to kind of understand that it's just as a creative, you won't be always supported with all the art. You could be making the best song, you could be making the best beat, and nobody's around to hear it, or the one person that's around to hear it likes country music and they don't even like rap beats, and they're like, man, this is sounding weird to me, bro. I don't know, I don't really like it. You're like, dang, bro, I guess I'm not gonna have a music
the whole
career.
shit is, it's all dead now.
yeah, I guess I'll just delete it, fine. And that's why it's important to, we just block out that. But the lyric that I wanted to read was, what's status? The perspective of being popular among the masses. What's fame? A bunch of people gassing up somebody else's passion. It lead me to the question, when I step behind the scenes, why could I no longer see the magic? And then that's when I say people supported. That's why I had to have some patience if I wanted to leave working to support the art and rapping in the past tense. I don't know. I feel like I just have to make things for them to make sense for me sometimes. So it just came out better that way for me. But basically, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I would like add on that, but like that's exactly what I'm saying. Literally, like what is status? The epitome of it when you look at it, like celebrities and their like status. I just like don't get the whole like worshiping the celebrities for being these like bigger than you people. When we all human, when you got the same kind of, creativity within you, you have the same potential in you. I get like the, the respect aspect. And of course I respect a ton of artists, just like the,
yeah, for sure.
The crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, really it's just more my point is like, for a while, you might have to be the only one that believes in it and the only one that supports it. How does somebody continue to get through that?
A lot of people say it's very cliche, but you have to fuck with you have to like your own shit. Like, you have to, and I feel like it's like I don't know how new it is, but I feel like people are just now coming around to like, how do you expect people? I think you said it at one point too on one of these shits, but like, if you don't feel it, how do you
Mhm.
expect other people to feel it?
It's Kendrick. That's a Kendrick quote, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yes. You have to like it
Mm-hmm.
before you think about is somebody else gonna fuck with this. You have to fuck with it first. Like you can't go into some shit like, all right, I'm gonna make some shit that everybody fucks with. It's not gonna work.
Yeah. Right.
It's not gonna work.
Right. Like nobody's actually gonna like it,
Yeah. Like yeah. Right.
and including
Nobody.
yourself.
Exactly.
So it's
Exactly.
like at least let yourself like it
Hmm.
at the very least. And then like I noticed though, the more like I make the songs myself and my type of thing, and I do what I want to do with it, and I make it my like style, and I kind of just don't care about how poppy it sounds or how good it sounds, and I just get into that brain of this is my style, and I just try to harness full blown coda. That is when I make the best stuff
Yeah.
in that stylistic flow state.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
style really is, I almost look at your style that you build as like a filter that the ideas pass through. So like it might be, a pure idea.
Hmm.
Like a lot of these people get like ideas of, a love song from a relationship, but somebody might get one idea of a love song and somebody might get another
A
idea of a
whole different
different kind of
one.
love song. Yeah, it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
um
Yeah.
the power of perspective, and your
And you
style
may
is
get
part of
those
your
as one person
perspective.
all in one go. Like
Yeah.
while you're writing a song, however you whatever your writing process is, a lot of them ideas are coming through. And like you said, it's a filter. Like, all right, this is that's not me. This isn't
Mm.
my style. Or it may be like that's not me, but I want to try this. Or you may totally just block that shit out and never do it. I like trying shit, but yeah.
Yeah. Just experiment around with it. And that's how you kind of keep the creative friction moving.
Keep the juices
Um
flowing, man.
yeah, and when you have the juices flowing, I was talking about flow state a little bit, and I do want to talk about it a little bit with you because I remember you texted me after RJ's
But I was
episode, and
hating.
he was like, "Man, I'm salty that RJ was the flow state episode, bro."
I was hating, bro.
And I'm like, "Hey, bro, listen, I got something crazy for you too. Just wait." And I don't know. Did I disappoint? Was it good? Are you happy that you got the
Oh
living
no, it's
creatively?
lit.
You
It's
got
lit.
you
It's
got the
always yeah.
perspective episode. All right,
It's lit. It's lit, bro.
it's good, y'all.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
It's good. But flow state for you, man. What do you want to talk about since you so salty about it? I want you to
Bro,
tell me everything about flow state.
I don't
Tell me it all, bro.
bro, I don't even know anymore. I just remember
Bro.
no, I remember being there and I remember just the question. It was more so that it was so inspiring and I could just relate so much to it.
Word.
It was
Yeah,
just like, bro.
man. Yeah.
So like you probably actually shouldn't have had me for that. Like that was a good choice. But that was
Word,
a good
man.
ass episode, bro.
Man, I
Honestly.
just be thinking of people with like the certain things because I came up with the topics I knew I wanted to cover originally, and then like originally, bro, I was gonna do this show solo. Like I was
Bro,
gonna do this just
I'm
I think it was just gonna be a 1 week thing where it was just solo me. That's what it like started as. And this
like
shows y'all
one
it starts from a like spark. Yeah, it was just gonna be a 1 week, just me talking about creativity.
oh bro.
And then I was like, what if we make it 2 weeks? And then I was like, what if we have 2 weeks and like I have Gail as a guest for one of them? And then it was just like, all
But then
right,
you
so
gotta
then yeah,
yeah,
then
then
we
you
got
got
it.
yeah.
Then it was but yo, Harles would be dope.
Yeah, it becomes a whole yeah. Yep.
And
Nah, I know.
Angel next week, y'all. Angel, the artist. Let's go.
That's gonna be fire.
This is gonna be fire. I hope she
But
remembers.
yeah,
Angel next week, probably.
probably. Hopefully.
I I told her about it like you told us about Listen 5, same place too. We was just hanging out at the Sunrise Lounge.
Oh yeah. Facts.
And I was just like, hey, Angel doesn't know it, but she's one of the guests on Nurturing Your
Right. She's
Creativity.
coming.
She's like, oh, I am. Okay. Yeah. It's the best way to
You know
do
what I
it.
mean? But you gave
No.
me definitely enough time in advance, or like even just coming up to it now, or like
I
it's not
tried to.
stressful. It's not
I tried to.
stressful, Angel. You be good.
You'll be good. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Yeah. I'll even like hang out with you a day before and like we'll talk and take
Mhm.
break the ice of the conversation, talk about the topic, get clear headed with the conversation. I feel like that, yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
Um,
But we had
I've
so
done
much
that with
shit to
every
talk about.
guest,
We couldn't
but
even really.
yeah, so much just in the flow state. Um, Subconscious. Let's talk about that.
Mhm.
I know we wanted to talk about like tap intakes in songs and how that works in like a flow state. So tap intakes for me, I would say, are the best possible way to record.
Yes,
Um,
bro. Oh
the
my
way that I
goodness, yes.
the way that I like come up with melodies for songs, I actually have just seen so many artists do this, and so that's what I was kind of like inspired by. But it
Who
was
was the
really just
first?
this like
Say
Juice,
it, bro.
Juice World was
Oh,
the
okay.
first.
All right, never
Because
mind.
I would just see him in the studio just doing it, and he would just kind of get on the mic and just go, just make, like humming sounds and sing, and it didn't sound quite right. Then you'd hear it back, and it was just this,
Amazing.
summer smash hit, like whatever. And I, I was just fascinated with that recording process, and I saw so
Yeah.
many other artists do it after that, and I
First person
started
I seen
just
was Wayne. Basically
word,
same shit.
word,
Like fucking whatever YouTube or whatever it was back then, and then like he's just in there just like thinking up the bar and just recording the shit. And I'm like, bro,
uh,
why do I need a fucking notebook?
literally.
I
And
get
if
it
you
if you don't
don't
have the
like,
studio at the crib, then that's different. But
yeah.
having the studio at the crib, like having access to that shit, bro, like I'm not about to write down no bars. Because even
And
like I could write what I feel like is the best shit ever and then read it to myself and be like, this is so trash.
mm,
Because it comes down to how you
it's
do it.
true.
How does it sound? What's the inflection?
Yeah. How does it sound on a beat, with a beat, without a beat?
Right.
Did you write it to a beat? How's
Do
it
you
gonna
write,
sound?
bro? Do you write to no beat?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What,
I
do you
can't.
not?
I can't with you, bro.
What, dude?
No. No, I'm just playing. But no,
No
I don't.
beat,
I
bro.
don't. I can't for real. That's like
You
because
can't
I don't
write
know how
without
it's
a
gonna
beat, or you can't
sound.
write
No,
with a beat.
I can write without a beat, but I don't.
Oh, word. I don't know.
I
For
may
me, it's
even
just natural thing, bro. I didn't even like choose to do it that way.
facts.
It was
You're a
just
poet,
like,
bro. You're a poet. That's what you are.
yeah,
You're a
indeed.
poet. You're one of those poetic dudes.
Indeed. Yeah. I'll be thinking about all the different meanings. I put way too much thought into my writing and I love it.
No,
It's
it's
just
fire
like
though. Yeah.
you could sit and just dissect it for hours, just like 4 bars. Um, I tell everybody close to me, I put everything in the music. Like if you ever just want to like know me or like know stuff about me, just dissect the music. Look a little closer.
Yeah. Low key same, bro. It may not sound like it, but
No, definitely.
I do not I be rapping about shit that I don't be just be saying shit. I'll put it
Oh,
that
I
way.
know, man.
Yeah.
And I can tell a rapper that does. And that's why it was that kind of mutual respect with you and
Facts.
why
Yeah.
it's always that um like I haven't done a lot of collaboration, so collaboration is just exciting for me in general, but like dude, it's just that it happened to be you that I came across in here, like God's timing for real.
Yeah.
Cause it's just you just never like you can't even make this stuff up.
No,
How
it yeah, the way it happened, just yeah. A lot of shit aligned. A whole lot of shit was aligning. Way more than
Seriously.
stars. Like
I talk
everything.
I talk with Sheila about this a lot. Like just the fact that like we take so much for just like granted, but like the way like we even met a friend group and like artists and fellow builders and stuff and built this whole like empire in the metaverse is
Yeah,
insane.
bro.
Like we
It's
all think it's
crazy.
super normal because it's just second nature to us, but like it's so wild.
Mm-hmm.
And we're honored to be a part of it, really. And try to
Exactly.
take as many moments as possible to take a step back, zoom out, bigger picture, and see it for what it truly is. See the beauty of the things that you have in front of you. I feel like creativity is like that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's seeing the value in things that you might have lost seeing the value in
Yep.
before. Might be reviving that. Might be that old song that you revive and turn to new creative energy.
Might be that past folder and the future folder.
Mm, might be in the past. Might
Yep.
be in the probably is in the past. A lot of stuff comes out in those one takes, those punches.
Oh yeah, yeah. How do you do it, bro? How do you or when you're doing it? How do you?
Like the
I
one
guess as
punches.
far yeah, yeah.
I'm a perfectionist. Like one producer I worked with, he was like, "Bro, you're like John Belly, and you'll do like 300 takes of the same bar until it's like perfectly heartfelt, and then move on." But I
Mm-hmm.
won't like stop. I'll be like drinking water, taking breath breaks in between, like, and then just take until it's ready.
So it's
But
done.
sometimes I will always say this: the best work, and write this down, y'all. This is huge. The best work comes the easiest.
Yes.
It always flows the easiest. It always makes the most sense. It is not easily overwhelmed, not easily overthunk.
It's not forced whatsoever
Yeah, it's just
at all.
naturally flowing. Um, I one song that comes to mind every time I say that um, is this song that I have called Lunar, and it's another one where I just was like going about my morning, and the creative bug was just like smacking at me. You know, it was like in my
Facts.
ear. You know,
Yeah.
like make a song, make a song, make a song, and I'm like, no, no, you know, like, hey, let me just shower and wake up, chill, like, and all of a sudden it just started like hitting me. I was looking through beats, you know, I was like, what's the harm? I could look through some beats while I'm like taking a shower and making breakfast and
Oh
whatnot.
no, it's over with.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
then I hear this one beat by a YouTube producer who's produced a lot of stuff for me. If you guys know the song in the metaverse, Make It Make Sense with Sheila and I, he produced that song.
Banger.
Wanderlust beats on YouTube. He's awesome. Um, but Lunar, it just became Lunar. Like all of a sudden I heard that beat. It just the melody originally for the hook popped off in my head. And I was in my phone on voice memos with this almost just like super sloppy falsetto. I just needed to hear the notes and I
Yeah,
knew what
yeah,
I
yeah.
needed.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
like I was like, okay, that's it. Perfect.
Yep.
Right in the studio with it, you know, and I recorded it in like 2 hours before I had to go to work and brought it with me on a little Bose speaker at work. And I was checking the mix at work, like hearing it out. I like pulled my homie over. I'm like, yo, you hear this? I just made this, you know? He's like, you
Yeah.
did not lie. You're lying to me, bro. Like, yeah, man. Like people really don't believe it in real life most of the time.
Because a lot of people don't
Um,
do it, bro.
a lot of
And a
people
lot of
don't
people
do
that
it.
do
Yeah.
do it, it doesn't. They don't. Well, I don't want to say they don't care about it as much, but I want to be
Yeah.
careful. I want to be careful with what I say here because I don't want.
Yeah.
But no, I actually don't because I mean, there's different levels of it. There's different like some people are more focused on other things with their artistry, but most
Right.
people that do it and they tell their homies that they do it, it doesn't sound that good.
Mm-hmm. Because if you have to talk about it, you're probably not doing it.
That's that's pretty factual. That's pretty factual.
I love it. I was just talking to Sheila about this, yo. people that like be talking about how they're doing stuff behind the scenes.
Oh my goodness, bro! Like how much? But how much can
It's
you
not behind the
possibly be
scenes anymore.
doing? Right,
You just pulled it out from behind the scenes right there and then, bro. Like,
that shit is on the screen, bro.
yeah, man, I
Yeah.
don't be posting on social media. Post.
Posted on social media.
Post it
I'm
on
not
social
gonna.
media.
I'm right. That's just
Y'all are
crazy.
crazy, yeah.
That shit's
Um,
crazy.
oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, that's just, man, that's humorous. I love it.
Yeah.
Um funny stuff, yo. Yo, I've been thinking, and I know I kind of brought it up to you. I've been thinking I want to do like after this, and I'm totally fine to say this now because I think it might be a thing that we're looking into now. But I want to do a nurturing your mind and emotions seminar after this. That's like a same type of deal, but just talking about like your heart, your mind, that whole connection, everything that goes into that.
I'm fucking with it.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you good, you good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but man, I'd definitely have you back for that. Because
Oh yeah, we can do that. We can
that's
do
one
that.
thing that's like what we were just talking about. That's one thing I'd definitely bring up then. Because it's definitely an issue.
Yeah, no, for sure. I would love to be on. I would love to come back for that.
That'd be, dude, that's the whole, I don't even know what we all like talk about. I'm still like plotting all the ideas and stuff, but
You got to be
it's
very careful who you bring in for that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, be
I
very
know.
careful, brother.
I know. Yeah. That one I'm running solo. I'm
Yeah,
bringing I'm
you
bringing
might have to.
Harles one week, but yeah, mostly it's just 7 weeks of just me sitting here. Ain't nobody showing up for that, yo. I'm gonna just be sitting here in an empty Guardian Theater, like
Bro, that's gonna be
recorded. Oh man, just talking my knowledge, I guess, on nurturing your mind and emotions.
People are gonna hate you, bro. They're gonna hate you.
I'm glad. See, I'm glad that we did guests for this show.
Yeah,
'Cause it totally brought it to life. I don't think it would have became as solidified as it did had we not
no,
brought
you
in
gotta
a
have guests. You gotta have
yeah,
guests,
roster
bro.
of guests. And yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, you gotta have guests.
Well, here's the thing though. My mind automatically went to that. Odds are against me. I'm this 22-year-old. They're gonna be like, oh, is he doing this seminar, 8 week seminar alone about
By yourself?
creativity, like by himself? Because part of me, that's just what it is. Like, I will want to like, I'll put in the extra work to do the build and do all the music for the show, so that
Yeah,
it's just all me, so that people are just like, dang,
bro. I'm gonna tell
Coda.
you. I'm
But
gonna tell you this, bro.
it's
I tried that. I tried that with Max Crib, bro,
yeah,
and I ended up more exhausted than anything. But I
yeah,
learned a lot,
mm,
and I'm bringing it back. And then
yeah.
I think I started telling you this on the phone. With the first listen, it was gonna just be me playing music other than the metaverse songs. And it
Mhm,
was like, you know what? I'm not about to exhaust myself again with this shit. Trying to beat the odds and shit. Cause
mhm,
I always end up, I don't want to say dissatisfied, but it doesn't, it doesn't satisfy that hunger at
it's an
all.
unfulfilling
Yeah.
goal. It's like one of those things you think you want it and you get there, and it's like, dang, this is what I was really working towards all this time. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not that great,
Yep.
but
But, yep, exactly.
but
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. Oh man, that is good. That is good. Um, yeah,
But yeah, you were talking about the punch ins and shit.
yeah. I was gonna say I kind of want to circle back to punch-ins. That's good. But yeah, I really just go line for line until it's perfect and until I really feel it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the easiest flowing songs and the ones that you can pull right out of your subconscious. Because that's where, well, and I always say this too, like the things you pull out of your subconscious could either be like nonsense or magic. And like you
Oh
don't know what you're
yeah.
pulling out sometimes. So it's like in a matter of flow state, you need to be able to keep the idea as pure as possible without speaking complete nonsense. Because there was a time in my music where I was like just making songs. I'd be making 3 4 songs a day, which is crazy work ethic. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
dudes that are doing more than that, but like 3 4 songs a day, that's like
Yeah.
you're
That's
pumping
a
out
yeah.
songs. That's a lot, and you're bound
Yeah.
to
Hell
have
yeah.
way more hits come out of that workload just
Yep.
from your subconscious being constantly exercised. But I slowed myself down at the end of it because I realized I have completely like exhausted my subconscious and it
Mm-hmm.
just was not
Yeah.
able
Shit's just
to
not
fire
flowing.
anymore. Yeah, it just stopped flowing. One day I opened Ableton and the magic just was not there.
Bro, I
And
was
I was
gonna
just looking at this empty beat, bro. It was
yes.
just staring at me in the face like, look at you, you worthless.
Yep.
Like worthless. You're not an
I wanted to
artist.
say that, bro. I
You
wanted
you
to
just
touch on
lost
that.
your you lost you're nothing without the suit.
Yeah, you don't have
You're
shit,
nothing
bro.
at
Like
all.
what are
Like
you doing? Yeah, bro.
I'm trying to
I
write. I'm
literally
like,
don't know how to make a song sometimes. Like it's like, what
yeah.
the fuck am I doing? Like
Mm,
how do I start? Like, all right.
yeah.
Like if I'm not in a zone, like Dolo will tell you, like I'm not recording, bro. And it's not because I don't want to, and it's not because I'm not like feeling shit. It's just that like I don't I don't know how right now, bro. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not that dude, yeah. I don't know why, but that's just not I don't know. But
I feel like,
when he comes back though, it's fucking all hell breaks loose.
do you ever feel like you sleeping on ideas in that process, bro?
Okay. I'm glad you asked me that. Yes, but I've come to be okay with that
Mm,
because not every idea has to be executed right now.
mm,
At the same time, the idea will leave you if it wanted to be executed right now. But that doesn't mean you have to do it. Like, and this is kind of tapping back to what we were talking about with the social media thing a little bit. But just because you do some shit just right now doesn't mean that anybody has to know that.
right.
Just because you just and you're very good at this, bro. You're very good at this. We talked about this, and I'm kind of in that same boat now. But like, you record some fire, and you know this shit is hard. Like this is the shit. But like, that doesn't mean it has to go out right now. That
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
It means nothing.
Yeah.
The time will come.
It gets real when you start thinking like that.
Yeah.
Because you get it real down low. It's like if we were making songs, bro, and we were on real life tours, Drake and J. Cole selling out stadiums, you know? And
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, and we're playing those songs that we're fresh bouncing out of the studio in those stadiums. We're we're just thinking the music's great all the time. It's because
Exactly.
it's just lit all the time.
It's yeah, yeah, and yeah. In
Everybody's
general,
turning
things are
up.
just lit. Right. Right. But in
Um,
this phase of things, nah.
yeah. Gail on the global point. You have a
Oh
question
Hey,
for us,
shit.
brother?
How long you been over
uh,
there, bro?
He just got over
just,
there. I saw him.
no, I just got over here. So based on what you were just talking about. So do you, Charles, do you have songs or topics and stuff that you want to cover in your songs that's like in your head way back there, but you're not ready for it, or it's not ready for the world,
Yes, bro.
or
Ooh.
And how do you know that? Like, does that happen in builds as well? Like,
Yeah.
how are you between those two mediums and all that? Like,
Hmm. So okay, I will say this. I don't know. Hold on. Okay. At the time, I don't know whether it is time or not. But there's like this feeling. And I guess of everybody else's excitement. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That question, Gail, thank you for that.
Yeah, that was a good ass question, bro.
That was really good. And good response. It
Hey,
made me
thanks, man.
think of it like I have this project, like an album that I came up with like 3 years ago called Memories That Don't Exist. And I have one other person in the world watching this live right now somewhere, who knows about this project. And he knows that I will only drop it if I have the cult following that will appreciate it. Otherwise, it stays in the vault. But it's
Oh,
ready to be dropped. It's got a storyline. I have albums and stuff like that. That one is like knows that if I send him a certain text message, it's time. You have certain things I could text you and just be like, it's time. And you'd be like, okay, like, and you would text me and just be
yeah,
like, it's time, and I'm just like
yeah,
honestly understanding. It's
yeah.
that type of thing. Like, it's a super exciting feeling when you get to say it's
It's
time.
time. Yeah.
And all of this discipline and the consistency that went into this thing that you were working on finally gets to go, and boom, it's like a surprise all in one moment.
Yep.
Like that's the big like thing that creativity provides, where creating is like the climax to that as the overall like celebration.
Pretty much, bro. That's the moment. Yeah, that's the moment. Because even in
Yeah,
that moment, when you put it out there, whatever it is, when you hit the button on that shit, it doesn't matter what happens at that point.
right.
Thoroughly satisfied.
You're just, yeah, it's out. Because
Yeah.
once you decide that it's good and you've gotten to that point where you know that it's good, then
Yep.
you're good. Gail, back on the globe bot.
another question.
Yes.
Do you in building these children from nothing, and
Yes.
they blossom and they are created, and you, Coda, you say you're married to them. Uh, uh, do you have this thing ever where you're like set to put it out, you need to put it out, it needs to be put out, but you ain't going to be around to listen to people's opinions about it
Oh,
because
every
it doesn't?
time.
Yeah.
Every time, bro.
Okay.
Every time.
I
Please,
was
like,
gonna say.
please know. Anytime, if everything I ever put out
man.
or shared, I don't care, bro. Like, I really hope, I hope obviously, I hope people like it and people like it. But if people don't like it, I did it. I needed to do that for me.
Yeah.
Now, it actually goes back to your first question. There are times where I'll put something out and it's not an it's time moment, and it like that's when I'm looking at the numbers, or I'm like, oh, I wonder, like, oh, that's when I get in like the little run where I'm like, oh, am I good enough type of stuff. So that's why I do it then. And every time I put something out and I don't feel like it's time moment, that it happens.
Mm.
So
Do you feel like you have to have almost like a? Do you ever have like a character moment? That's a big question, bro. Think about that. Like, do you ever have like a main character moment, bro, with your like music? Maybe more specifically when you were in isolation with the music, or like really developing it and
mhm.
taking it more seriously.
What do you mean?
Um, like, let's see. I mean, what do you mean? What do I mean? No, I'm playing.
Like
Um,
like putting myself before the music.
yeah.
Hmm. Do I do that? I guess in what context?
Just in the sense of like while you're while you're creating, like you have to be kind of in your own like solitude. I guess in more of like in a
Oh.
season of solitude. Like, has there ever been like a season of solitude where you've had like a almost like a main character moment of like kind of waking up and realizing like, oh, I'm kind of like I'm him. Like, you know,
Oh,
a lot of people are kind of like they just go about their day and it's like they're
I
you
mean,
know, when
like
did you
every
be
now
like,
and then.
oh, I am actually Spider-Man, like, and all the I'm amongst these normal people. You know, did you ever have a moment of like that kind of awakening?
Sometimes I have to make the music that I want to make. I don't know if I know I don't know if I do that outside of like when I'm in the booth though. No, you know what? Yes, I do. I do
Mm,
that shit, bro. A
mm,
lot. But when I'm it's to gas myself up though. It's like in those times where we were just talking about where it's like, no, I don't know how to make a song. Like where do I start type shit? I will I'll do whatever it takes to gas myself up to feel like, bruh, I am that nigga. And then but then there's like a very quick humbling though to actually open up and like just start to try to make some shit. But
mm,
at that point, in that like I'm hard, it kind of breaks through that to where I get to like, oh shit, okay. I might actually be dope for real though. Okay, hold on.
mm-hmm.
And then it comes, okay, I'm feeling myself now.
Yeah,
Now going into like, I'm gonna make a project. And once
that's
that
yeah,
project is done, bro, I'm back to like, I don't need to talk about it.
yeah. Me too, bro. Yeah, that's so. I'm so glad that you said that. But I didn't know. I thought it was just me for real on that one, man.
Yeah,
That's huge.
yeah, I too.
Whereas, yeah, it is like a humbling. Like it's, I almost feel like it's mood swingy,
It is,
and like
bro.
you gotta like, cause it's like, God, I hate that song. I love that song. This person likes that song. Maybe I should give the song a second listen. Like,
Yeah, 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 bro. Yep. Yeah.
some songs turn out better. A good example, you sent me a beat, the Progresso,
Hmm?
the Progresso beat I sent to we can call the project Progresso. The week from Beef, not really like Hardly.
Oh,
Bar.
yeah. Okay. I'm thinking about the
Yeah.
new shit. I'm like, bro,
Oh yeah.
okay, yeah.
No, yeah. Give me that, and I was like, I made it, and I was like, I don't know if you remember, but that was right before Live 4 went down,
Mm-hmm.
and I was about to play it that night, and I was like, man, it's just not quite there, and
Bro,
I
I'm
just
glad
threw
you
in an
said
old
that,
song and just
bro.
put it away. I was like,
I'm
man,
so
because it
glad you
didn't
said
have time. It didn't have the time. And like listening back, I was like, yeah, there was some parts where I was like rushing through it and it wouldn't have, it had that blemish on it, but like my mind visualized it way after giving it some time. But it takes time to see those things. So
yeah, you have to.
I
That
guess
just
spend
brought
time
two
with the
things.
creations. But yeah,
Yes,
that's
do
good.
that. Two things. That's that same shit, bro. You had some fire to play. Now, I'll tell you this. I have played at all of these listens. We did 4 of them. Okay, the very first listen, I had songs that I was going to that like I made like I'm gonna do like we're gonna do listen and I'm gonna play these songs because I want people to hear them. I played none of them shits that night,
Mm,
and I think I got around to playing one of them at listen 3, the one where we had the Matlow truck. I
yeah,
think I played one of them, and then listen 4. I think I played one of them. It ended up being the wrong version, but it came out crazy. I was like, oh, I'm glad it was the wrong version,
yeah,
and I have respect for that version now. But the other thing is,
yeah,
Um, but that's oh, no, but that's the idea. That's the you had an idea thing, but it's not time. And then you
yeah,
went back. Second thing that you okay, so one thing that I do is I will somehow psych myself into thinking that I put something out just so that I can now listen to it as like people, not necessarily people are hearing this, but it kind of refreshes like my perspective. Kind of like how you're saying. I don't know
yeah,
if it's the exact same thing, but the fact that you didn't play it that night and then you went back and listened to it now with like I was gonna play it. I didn't
yes,
like
yeah.
kind of dealing with that. Like,
Dude,
oh man,
that wasn't even my mindset with it, but
yeah,
that's also a good point of I got saved from that.
yeah, bro. So
That's huge
yes,
too.
so those two things connected, the time and just the back to the perspective thing. You do have to look at your shit from different perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the way
Shine
that I
different
try.
lights on it. It looks
Yes,
different in different lights
yes.
and different angles, the different ways that you look at it. Um, because you could hear a song in one context and it's cool. I could hear a song from like one of my favorite artists from my phone and it's like, that's a cool song. And then hear
Hmm.
it live and it changes my life. That's like a monumental life experience for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like I'll
right.
remember that forever.
Yep.
And
And it's not the same
that's
version,
that.
but you go back to the song, the live version, and fuck with it,
Right. Yeah.
which is crazy. That's or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or sometimes you hear it. Yeah, you hear it live. Like you were saying, yeah, you hear it live. Heard a lot of like, I went to a Travis concert and they're like, "Don't Play" for the first time, and I'm just like,
Mm,
"What is this, yo?" And it was all lit. You know, it's just sometimes you hear it in a certain light and it's going crazy.
hmm.
Like I watched, same concert. They opened up with Mo Bamba at the time when it was lit too, and
Oh
so it's
yeah,
just like everybody in the stadium was like
yeah. It's just yeah,
crazy,
the
but
energy.
like if you had just heard that song on its own, it's like, okay, it's a good song, but like you hear
I
it in
didn't know
that
Bamba
setting,
until I
it's like
saw
until
I saw a
yeah,
live stream of him perform it and seeing the crowd go crazy was like, oh,
literally,
okay,
bro.
all right,
People
all right.
support what's supported. I said all the time. I really feel
Oh
like there's
yeah,
so many points this episode you could draw back to that, but like people support what is supported,
Definitely.
I've said that before. Like, they won't show love until you're already getting love. So you have to show love to yourself. You have to believe in yourself. I always think of Kanye, that advocate, where like he was in the studio repping for himself. I've
Yep.
felt that. I've had those moments of I will sit and will be alone, have two people in my meditation show. I don't care who's there and listening. If one person is here and listening, I'm pushing forward. I'm evolving. I'm still doing what
Yep.
I need to do to believe in myself and advocate for myself and build on what I believe in. And
Yes, bro.
like
And to
that
that point,
journey goes deep. But yeah, to that point.
loving or supporting yourself, that whole support thing. I could play a song right now. You play a song right now. Dolo play a song right now. And if nobody moves, nobody to move. Same situation. If I just start going like this, that shit is gonna to the audience.
Yep.
Just because somebody's moving. So, like you said, if you're the only person up there, you gotta feel your shit.
Yeah.
And you're not be up there feeling your shit if you're not making shit that you feel.
And it's harder when you're alone doing that, because then you would have almost that cringy like gay persona at times where he's like, "Come on, y'all not feeling this? You know, come on."
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
hey, this is mine right here. Y'all not hearing what I'm saying? Y'all didn't hear
Mhm.
that? Run that back. Run back. Y'all hear that line? That was a double entendre. It's like trying to break it down.
Trying to break, yeah.
I feel like that's the
That shit
best,
sucks.
man. That's what literally like the best artists will have that mentality. The most successful artists have that mentality going into it, and that's why they do better. It's because they're
Yeah.
not afraid to take those risks and get those situations where risks can be taken, and get in the creative situations where they're not afraid to take risks with what they're saying and their words, with the flows that they're doing. They're like, they're not afraid. Most people
Right.
stay in the comfort zone of jacking other people's flows and like
Bro, that shit is
talking about what
sickening.
everybody's talking about, doing the same rhyme schemes we've been doing for the last 30 years,
Yep.
the same flows, same A to B, and then some new rapper comes in and does something slightly different, and they're the next hottest thing.
Yep.
And it's like, yo, they just split it up.
That's
It's
it.
just
It's just
like you
different.
do better just bringing something new to the table. It's better to innovate. And if you have that mindset, you will just go farther because you can with the mindset to innovate.
Yep.
Jay said that too. He came in like comes into every space he goes into, just like with a mindset to innovate and an intention to innovate,
Fact.
which is
Yeah.
huge.
I think the same thing is, well, no, I guess being aware of it is different. I was gonna say, as far as innovation goes, I don't know. I don't think you can innovate on purpose. I don't think trying to innovate has ever actually worked. But I'm not saying anything directly about to what RJ was talking about. Just totally separate. I just think
Yeah,
I think going about something trying to innovate is gonna get you in that spiral of doing what the people want you to do. And I don't think you'll ever actually be satisfied. I think if you happen to innovate or if you happen to be innovative, that's dope. But still, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I kind of don't like the word innovate because like nobody's, I don't know. I'm not gonna speak that too much.
word, word, word.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you though. Like, nah, it actually makes sense.
Like, yeah. Don't, that's that whole like artists trying to be different. You can tell an artist that's like, I'm trying to be different. Like, bro, stop. What's different? Different than what?
Mm,
Are you mean like what's different?
yeah, Gail's different.
Well,
Different. Gail's
Gail
so
is
Harles,
different.
what do you think? How do you view the difference between the statement of someone actively coming into a space to be whatever the word innovative means
Yeah.
to them. And what I said, which was I was seeking what I wasn't seeing.
Big
Meaning that I didn't know
exactly.
what that was going to be, but that
Exactly.
my
Mhm.
motivations weren't based on outside expectations.
Right. Your motivations were what you wanted. I think that's where I think that's where the line is drawn. It's like if you come in a space and you do what you want, and you're seeking what you're not seeing. Like you don't. Okay, I'm here. Oh no, I mean, okay, me for example, when I came in, one, I went through the same shit as everybody is like, whoa, this is cool. Then oh shit, people are making this shit. Or like this is like this
Mhm.
isn't, or this didn't come with it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm
Right,
talking
yeah.
to this guy. He made
Oh,
this.
world creator?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. But then as far as the music scene went, I just didn't see. I didn't see where it was like, yo, this person is like really trying to I don't know, just make like a soundtrack for here. So I made a soundtrack for here, but I wasn't making a sound. Even then I wasn't making a soundtrack for here. I was just making a song about what I was doing, or just what
Right.
I seen and people that was fucking with. When I came in, saw, but it started with being inspired by you in June, seeing that you can even fucking perform in here. But
Yeah.
I always tell you, you don't put no fucking music out. So like,
Yeah.
all right, I want to make a song and see what happens. Also, Cheeks kind of pushed me to make, or like to even like say, hey, I make music.
So context there. So that's what happened. I don't release music. This dude comes in and releases music in the space that I was not releasing music in and doing just fine. And then he comes in and starts releasing music and making a big thing in the metaverse. And I'm like, man,
See?
who is this guy?
See?
It was just like that. It was out of context.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah, yeah.
misunderstanding.
Yeah,
You had to
yeah,
walk all the way
exactly.
through to get to that because we had to. That details only for the people that got to this point in the episode. We like what hour 52 into it. Man, time is
Yeah,
flying too fast, bro.
we're deep.
It's crazy. We
But
almost
yeah,
done. But yeah.
yeah, I don't think going in it trying to innovate. I mean, I guess unless that means the same thing, then I take that back. Got me there.
Mm,
There may be
yeah.
another word because I think it's tension. I think there's an intention thing that has to do with it. Yeah. I get where you're going, bro. Yeah, absolutely right. I think it's an intention thing for sure.
Is yeah. Because a lot of the times it comes motives behind everything.
Yeah,
The motives of why you create, the motives of why you share your art, if you do share your art.
yeah,
Um, the motives behind why you perform,
yeah.
why you do it the way that you do, why you move the way you do, the motives behind all of it, that really shows your intentions, your truest intentions,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes up your creative identity, and that's how you live creatively.
For sure.
Um, okay, I would say this round and third, heading for home,
Okay.
kind of wrapping
Let's
everything
do it.
up in like a just little last context thing of everything we talked about. So we talked about living creatively, the power of perspective. That was the whole like centerpiece of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we covered so many different perspectives of perspective. like different ways to look at perspective, literally.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we were
yeah.
covering perspectives on perspective.
That's what it
And
should have been called
oh man, yeah.
next time.
Today we'll be talking about the perspective of perspective. People will not show up to that.
Not at all.
But yeah, our power of perspective, being observant is key. The more you observe, the closer you look, the more you see, the more ideas you have to work with.
Mm-hmm.
We use the example of like one person looks down and sees an beat, and one person sees a song. One person sees a cube. One person sees the Guardian Theater.
The Guardian. Yeah.
And we talked about the power of discipline and consistency, and all sorts of other stuff. Humbling ourselves before the art, having that main character moment, not letting your self esteem intertwine with your creative influence.
Mm-hmm.
Believe in yourself more than anybody else. You got to be your big advocate, your biggest belief system in your creativity and your artist. If there's something that you take away from this episode, really like take that, please, because that is
Yeah.
so huge as an artist.
Yeah.
Hold that. And also we were talking about creative identity too, which is super huge.
Mhm.
Nurturing the way that you come into a creative identity and become an artist, how to kind of develop a style. And that's something that I'm going to be covering over the next 2 weeks.
Pulling in them
with
references.
the next 2 guests that we have. I'm not going to say the week after, but next week is Angel, and she has a very distinct style. As we all know, if you know Angel, she has a very distinct style. So
Hopefully.
hers going to be a lot on developing style and using your art as a platform, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that episode. But Harles, my brother,
Yes,
this went way too
sir.
fast, bro.
Yeah.
But I
It's okay.
appreciate you coming, man. Every conversation that I have with you is gold. I would say that. I value your time, your
Likewise,
words,
bro.
your input, bro. It's all gold, and I look up to you and I salute you and respect you, bro. Let's
Hey,
keep
man.
taking over the game, bro.
Yeah. High five.
Yes, sir. My guy.
Oh.
Bow. We off this stage. Shout out to Lux Vision Studios for streaming the event. They're the best.
Make these grabbable,
Come back
bro.
next week. Yeah, come back next week and we'll make these grabbable. Right, Flex? That's a no. That's a no from Flex. All right.
No, Flex said nah.
We'll figure out some behind the scenes details. Big things going on behind the scenes, y'all. Big things.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Teray,
CJ Shotland. It's your boy Westside.
and you chilling with the Breaking Bread podcast. Hey, tune in and check us out every Saturday. Fucking good talk.
You already know.
Good
The
conversation.
real songs. You hear me?
Yeah, tune in.
Breaking bread. Breaking bread.
Yo, what's good? What's good? It's your boy HG. I was 702. Let's get tripping like a kid, untie his shoes. And you see the vibe and you see the move. Where I'm at, that's the Howard Hour Live to be exact. And you can catch me live on Lux Vision Studios to be exact. So make sure you tune in every Friday night, 11 Central, 12 Eastern, and 9 Pacific. And you know, everybody for somebody. Catch me live on Lux Vision Studio. Let's go.
Awesome. God bless everybody. I'm so glad, amen, that everything is finding you well, and I pray it's finding you well. This is Pastor Johnny live from our sanctuary here in the Metaverse at Word of Grace Meta Church. I want to invite you out to our service here on Sunday nights for worship and the word, now streaming through Lux Vision Studios. So excited about that and what God is doing in this space and place. See you Sunday. God bless you.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Burden the Proof. You're watching Ask the Q Speak Your Truth every Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, courtesy of Lux Vision Studios. Later.
Hi, I'm Jen Smash, and I'm here at VIP Entrepreneur Academy, where this is a world that you can learn how to start a business. For all you entrepreneurs who want to learn how to start a business, this is the ideal place to learn in the metaverse. This is a 9-week course where we go ahead and dissect every section of a business, from understanding your customer and industry to creating your budget for payroll and even taxes. We break down what is the requirements for you to have a successful business. So if you're ready to become an entrepreneur and want to learn the ropes, VIP Entrepreneur is ready to take in new students just like you. You can contact me at vipentrepreneur@gmail.com. See you at the next class.
What's good, y'all? This is Coda KOD. I'm at the Guardian Theater at the set of the Nurturing Your Creativity seminar. This is on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, and this is streaming on Lux Vision Studios.